Aarav sat at his desk. In front of him was a notebook. The page was completely empty. Bright white. Clean. Silent. Aarav held his pencil tightly. He looked at the page and waited. "I need the perfect first sentence," he whispered. Around him, the classroom was busy. Some students were already writing quickly. Some were flipping pages. Some were smiling. But Aarav, he was still staring. 5 minutes passed, then 10, then 15. Still, nothing. The page stayed empty. And slowly, something else filled the space. Not words, but worry. What if I write something wrong? Aarav thought, what if it's not good enough? What if everyone else is better than me? His hand felt heavy. His pencil didn't move. The more he waited, the harder it became. The empty page began to feel big. Too big, almost scary. Across the room, his teacher noticed. She walked quietly to Aarav's desk. "Aarav," she said gently, "is everything okay?" Aarav looked down. "I can't start," he said softly. "I want it to be perfect." The teacher smiled kindly. "Perfect?" she asked. Aarav nodded. "Yes, the first sentence has to be perfect." The teacher sat beside him. She looked at the empty page. Then she said something simple. "What if," she said, "you don't start with perfect?" Aarav looked confused. "What do you mean?" "Start with anything," she said. "Just one small sentence. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to exist." Aarav blinked. "Anything?" "Yes," she smiled. "Even a messy sentence is better than an empty page." Aarav took a deep breath. His hand still felt nervous. But this time, he tried. Slowly, very slowly. He wrote the title, "My Favorite Day." He stopped. He looked at it. It wasn't perfect, but it was something. The page was no longer completely empty. Aarav thought for a moment, and then he wrote one more line. "My favorite day was when I went to the park. It wasn't fancy. It wasn't perfect. But it felt okay." He paused again. Nothing bad happened. The world didn't stop. No one laughed. So he wrote another line. "I played with my friends," and then another. The sun was bright and warm. Something inside Aarav began to change. The fear started to shrink. The words started to grow. His hand moved faster. His thoughts became clearer. He wasn't thinking about perfection anymore. He was just writing, line after line, sentence after sentence. The empty page was now full of ideas. Suddenly, ring, ring, ring. The school bell rang. Time was up. Aarav looked down at his notebook. The page was no longer empty. It was filled with words. Not perfect words, but real words. His words. The teacher came back to his desk. "How do you feel now?" she asked. Aarav smiled. "I started," he said, "and it wasn't perfect. But it worked." The teacher nodded. "That's the secret," she said. "You don't need a perfect beginning. You just need a beginning." As Aarav packed his bag, he thought about something important. The hardest part was not writing. The hardest part was starting. The empty page wasn't the problem. Fear was. And once he wrote that first line, the fear lost its power. That day, Aarav learned a lesson he would never forget. You don't need perfect words to begin. You don't need perfect ideas. You don't need to wait. You just need to start. Even one small step can change everything.